Green flag back in the air. Cale Thomas, great start by Devin Borden. He's going to get the early advantage in a 1 and 2, a little contact there. They keep it straight, so they keep it going. Matt Farnham holding off the 22 of Brandon Spithaler. Caleb Henry, he's going to go right to the inside here. Spithaler as Farnham goes to the inside on the 49X. Cale Thomas holding off Farnham. Spithaler, he's holding off the 101. Here comes the 4 of Dane DeVault now. DeVault goes to the inside. Here comes Farnham. Farnham to the inside. He'll slide up in front of Cale Thomas for second. Thomas diamonds off the corner, tries to get the run, won't get by. So Matt Farnham back up to the second spot. Cale Thomas the third. Brandon Spithaler in the fourth spot. Battle between the 101 of Caleb Henry, Zane DeVault. That's your battle in the fifth spot. As now Farnham going to go middle here in 1 and 2, closing in on your race leader. Devin Borden running the bottom. Ran the top in his heat race, now goes to the bottom side yet again. Here comes Farnham to the outside, no battle for the race lead. Matt Farnham now gives a little tap in the tail tank, he'll go to the inside. He'll hold the bottom now, slide up at the exit of 2. Devin Borden back to the inside, Bruce's tail by Farnham at the exit of 2. Brandon Spithaler, Caleb Henry, that's your battle for fourth. Spithaler goes to the inside, Caleb Henry up top. Borden holds on to the race lead. Caleb Henry to the inside now on Brandon Spithaler. Farnham ducks inside yet again on Devin Borden. Borden holds off here. Caleb Henry up to the fourth spot. But Brandon Spithaler and Darren Nida, he's closing in on the 4 of Zane DeVault. On the bottom there as Devin Borden, Farnham side by side. Devin Borden going to get round lap traffic. Farnham now trying to as well. Darren Nida to the inside of Brandon Spithaler. Nida to the inside, he'll take over that spot, as up front still Devin Borden and Farnham going at it for the race lead. Devin Borden on the top side, Farnham on the bottom, he'll have to go up the 70 of Cole. It's right there in front of your race leader. Even more lap traffic on the horizon for Devin Borden. Here comes Farnham. He's going to duck to the inside but gets caught up in lap traffic. Devin Borden gets around Cole, now so does Farnham. Side by side for the third spot. Caleb Henry now takes over third. The 101 of Caleb Henry, looking for his first podium since Eldora during Ohio Speed Week. Matt Farnham looking for his first podium of the season, holding on to the second spot, not going away of the 45 of Devin Borden, but lap traffic still in the way of Farnham. Heavy lap traffic between your top 2. Devin Borden gets around Leighton Wagner, now Farnham still trying to get around Schultz. Caleb Henry and the 49X of Thomas. They're starting to close in here on Matt Farnham as Farnham still can't get around lap traffic. So Caleb Henry, Caleb Thomas trying to get around Morris, and Farnham now finally gets around Schultz, now trying to get around Leighton Wagner. Caleb Thomas tries to go to the outside. Darren Nida to the inside here on Zane DeVault. He'll get by. So Zane DeVault now loses position to Darren Nida. Caleb Henry tries to go to the inside there on the 7NY of Farnham. Here comes Cale Thomas now. Cale Thomas to the inside. He'll slide up in front heading into turn 1 and 2. Cale Thomas takes back your third spot over Caleb Henry. Here comes Darren Nida now. Nida tried to duck to the inside. Devin Borden goes up top. He still leads the way. Devin Borden leads the way. Matt Farnham has now Darren Nida up to the fourth spot. Nida takes over fourth for the 101 of Caleb Henry. Zane DeVault, Caleb Henry coming into the night. 4 spots, 4 points separating those two for the points lead. White flag in the air one more time for Devin Borden. Farnham in striking distance, but will he try and make a move? Farnham goes bottom, Devin Borden up top. Down the backstretch one more time. Into turn 3 and 4. Farnham to the inside. They're going to come out of 4. Devin Borden gets his first career win. Matt Farnham in second. Cale Thomas in third. Darren Nida fourth. Caleb Henry fifth. And he goes up top. Devin Borden with his first career All-Star win.